What up? What up? What up, world? Tap. I'm Compression. This is the Monday jump off number 131. Hope everybody's feeling well. Hope you had a great weekend. Um, yeah, feeling good. I got a lot of rest this weekend, and I feel incredible. I feel really good. Feel really incredible. Body's taking shape. Hopefully, I can compete in jiu-jitsu competition coming up this August 12th. Hope the body's feeling good. If not, I'll be there to support my team as always. If you can't compete, at least support the team competing. Be committed to the squad. Um, where to begin? Let's get into these descriptions. Check out www.prtlportal.com. Use access code BELITE for 15% off all access of all things that you have access to there at Portal. That's prtl.com. Just an incredible place. Check out Red Feather Wellness up in Connecticut. Great reflexology and other things. Sister's really dope. Name is Shimset Ra or Rowena, however you calling her. Check out EAB Consultants with EA or ISIS, and she just has an incredible team to help your business grow and mature the way it's supposed to. Check out Medicine of Essence with Beishas, doulas out of DC, New Jersey, New York, PA. They work that whole area. It's they're just dope. Then we got Desiree doulas out in the Carolinas. She's just really dope, and she also do really cool hiking trips and things of that nature. And yeah, I think that's really about it. Oh, Elevate app. Definitely look to check out Elevate app. The link is also in the description. I just think it's a good app for you to use and keep your brain sharp, because it's always about getting better. Let's keep on going with the thing. It's early Monday. It's like 4:37. Also, too, I know we got like the comedic card game coming. I also have something coming out called Sanu. You can see it right here. It's like flashcards for kids. These are the early markup press ups of them. So it's good for memory games, right? Take these out. So you get to see, cultural cards. Cultural cards. Put them on the table. Be good. Gonna try to get these in some grade schools across America. That would be really dope. Especially get them in the African centered schools across America. So I gotta, and I'm ready to go full print. Me and the team ready to go full print. Hit them with these. They're going to be great for kids and great for the home, cultural recognition things. It's important. So these will be called Sanu, and they'll be coming out very, very soon. So go with everything is to have them out before this upcoming school year, but definitely before the holiday season, getting all that together. You'll also be able to get them on my website soon, and the official website as well. All that's being worked on. I think that's all my announcements for this AM. And if I missed anything or anyone, I, it's 4:40 in the morning. It happens. So I want to get into something real quick. One of my favorite books, the Hermetica, The Lost Wisdom of the Pharaohs, or the Nasuk Biddies, as we would call it. It's page 33. I just think this is, we should always take pride in ourselves and our existence and, what we're really here to do as beings, right? I think ultimately, I would just love to get that across, that you're here for a purpose, a mission, and that's just what it is. So It states, consider for a moment how you were created in the womb. Think of that skillful workmanship and look for the craftsman who made such a beautiful godlike image, who traced the circles of your eyes, who pierced your nostrils, ears, and mouth, who stretched your sinew and tied them fast, who built your bones and wrapped your flesh with skin, who separated your fingers and flattened your feet, who shaped your heart and who hollowed your lungs, who made your beauty visible and concealed your guts within. How many crafts have been employed, and how many works of art created to form one human being? Statues or portraits don't just happen without a sculptor or painter. Has such a sublime work no creator? Once again, how many crafts have been employed, and how many works of art created to form one human being? I just always like that. The Hermetica, read it all the way through. This is definitely something a spiritual person should have. It's just a good reference point to kick back. Yeah. So when I think about people in life shifts, right? So we're always going through shifts and changes. We're all getting older, some of us are getting older. Some of us are aging like wine. Some of us are staying stagnated in the past, and some of us are becoming wiser. And I guess that's life. But I think ultimately it's always going to shift. You know, if I look back at my life and I thought, like, wow, I would be such and such and such and doing such and such and such, I always had an idea of greatness, right? Like an idea of my own image. But you don't know that. Like I'm just some kid coming out of East New York, Brooklyn, during the crack era when things looked like Star Wars, crack vials over the place, people dead in alleys, the regular stuff that you've seen in America at that time. I'm no different than many other kids that grew up that was born in the 80s, especially the late 70s, early 80s kids. It just was what it was. And, it's no different now than what a lot of these kids are seeing in the burbs with the opiate attack, with the fentanyl overdoses, etc. Only thing is they're not getting put in jail for it, but that's another subject, right? But it could be just the karma of life and the treatment of others. Everything always does a full cycle. So life shifts like that. People you thought would be your friend forever, you reach out, you try to, reconcile. They just might not be ready. But when they are ready, you may be in a different phase and stage in life, right? So it's no need to even go back to the past or to either revisit what was. It's just what is now. And you can just move forward from there. No bitterness, no anger, because some relationships we do have to realize is just not reconcilable, especially when you begin to go up. Ain't no need to backpedal, especially when you tried your best in bringing a person. Also, life shifts. There's many people with multiple degrees, but they can't seem to get out their own way. So they stay almost in like a childish place, worrying about me, I, and never thinking about the team. See, having a team is what allows you to create, bring your ideas together. You being your best self is what allows you to keep your position on that team, right? You being dedicated and consistent with what you're supposed to do allows other people within your cipher to be dedicated and consistent in what they're doing. And then you guys just kind of form like Voltron, every cat realizing that they know where they get their powers from, but they form together, do the job together, and then break apart and then go about their business. everybody can't go where you necessarily want them to go, and everybody will not see the world the way you want them to see it. It does not matter how good your life is. It doesn't matter how much you grow. Some people are really going to be stuck, almost like a self-inflicted prison, right? They say when a man goes to jail, male or woman goes to jail, at whatever age they go to jail at, that's the age they stay, or whatever time period they are in, that's the time period they stay in. So a lot of people, they have a pager mind, but we in the cell phone era, right? Soon we gonna be in like cyborgs, telepathic communication, meaning like thoughts or be, a computer telling you what you think and answer your questions for you by you just thinking, kind of AI technology. But the pager won't understand that new update because they'll still be on the pager system. So it'll take them a lot longer if they allow themselves to catch up to what's going on. And that's what happens. So these life shifts, people want things to stay the same, or why me? Yeah, why not you? Why not have to develop new skills? Why not have to put yourself in new positions? Why not have to take on new responsibilities? Why not have to learn new patience? Why not have to learn to get over things by building the proper, bridges or boat to sail across those rough seas? Why not you? Are you not created divinely? Are you not here for a grander purpose? And I guess that's ultimately my message for today. Are we not here for a more grander purpose than just, sex, kids, you know, money and death? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of deep when you really think about it. Are we not here to make others better? Are we not here to build our own tribe? Right? Because even a lone wolf stays close to his old pack. So even when people say they're a lone wolf, I think the terminology is fine because everybody got to go do their thing to make everything else better. But the concept of forever a lone wolf, it's really not. I don't even think that's in nature. The lone wolf stays a little bit close to the pack, and they leave him scraps, etc. And if he catches a kill, he leaves them scraps, etc. So it's just what it is. Even they practice some type of format of tribalism with each other. So also the benefits of being in community and gaining tribe for your life shifts is really important because a lot of people are a product of of their self thoughts, right? So if there's nobody to test your theories, like you need to be able to talk to people and say your actual theory on something to test if that theory going to be correct, or at least to test it. It might not even be a right or wrong thing. It's just you need to be able to test your theories. So that's another thing. If you only live in your mind, then the chances are you taking that potential energy and making kinetic, it's going to be really rough. But when you're constantly taking your potential, making it kinetic, and putting it to the test, win, lose, or draw, you put it to the test, and you're doing things that you just love to do. C'est la vie, the victory of life is yours, and it just allows you to be a deeper, more refined human being, more defined divine being, even. And yeah, life shifts. That's just how it goes. So I got to see the movie Transformers. Really dope. The beast, the concept of a being that just eats planets is wild. But the ability to save another in sacrifice of your own self once and to build that collaboration was really, I thought it was really a dope movie. I don't want to give too much away from it, but also that soundtrack was everything. That was like my teenage years. that soundtrack. Yo, shout out. I love anything that played Diggable Planets. Those first two albums, if not classic, they were both at least 4.5 mics for sure. Blowout Comb is one of my favorite albums. So definitely check out the soundtrack to the Transformers Beast. And they got my big brother Nas on there. He's ripping it apart. It's just an incredible soundtrack. And I thought the movie was pretty dope as well. It's just fun, action packed. There's some other things I want to see. I want to see like Insidious, Red Door. I'm a big horror fan. And I want to see Oppenheimer about the atomic bomb. Right. So I like history things. And yeah. I think that's about it. And I did get an interesting text message. Okay, about the woman who got locked up in Dubai, right, for yelling or cursing. That's a tough thing, you know. Every place you go to, I'll just say this: every place we go to has their rules, their regulations, their laws. So therefore, you have to move. I guess the saying, you know, when in Rome, move at where I'm Kemet. When in Kemet, move as a Kemetic person would move. I like that saying better. But wherever you are, know the laws and the decorum of the country you're going to. Meaning, like, okay, if I was to visit China, the best way to meet people, they love when you ask them, have they had, where what I researched or what I've seen, some people say when they speak, they always ask them, have you had lunch? Would you like to have lunch? Right? Or have you had dinner? Would you like to have dinner? It's just like a cordial way of like meeting new people. And people go, no, I haven't. And then they just is learn people's social decorum. That's what I'm saying. Right? So whatever the social decorum is, and then you add the law in, that's what you're gonna get. You know, I'm in New York City. I'm a native New Yorker, and certain things I know that I do here in the States might not fly over there in Emirates, right? Or wherever. So I would say this: sitting here in this chair, I don't think anybody should ever be arrested for yelling at anyone. But if that's a policy, you know, she's probably going to be let out of jail and just be banned from the country. But I think wherever you travel, study the law of the land, study the decorum of the people, and then make your decision if you're going to go there. Because you might be like, nah, that's a wild law. You know, I can't rock with that. I'm not with it, and done. Especially when you're going into like culturally places that's based off of high religious beliefs. So yeah, that's my thing. I don't really know much more about the situation. I wish the sister the best of luck in that endeavor over there, of course. And but my advice to everyone else, whenever you've traveled, I've traveled many places by myself, hung out with the locals, ate at the hole in the wall place, and been perfectly fine. Just, you know, I maneuvered accordingly. I didn't come over there brash and full of like gaudiness. I just maneuver with the people and, you know, always just invited in people's homes and just show love. So I guess get your decorum together, right? Get your entitlement in order, and then understand the laws of the place that you're going to. And if there's laws that you just don't like there's certain countries I would just never travel to. Period, point blank. It doesn't matter. I don't necessarily care for the culture and how they maneuver, how they treat women, etc., etc. You'll never see me there. And I'm okay with that, right? The earth is huge. So I don't have to go to a place I don't like, and they're probably not going to like me either. And that's just the way it is. But if you're just going places just to say you're going there, and you're just, you know, you're just trying to stamp your passport, or you're going to these so-called cool places, and then follow the rules of the land. It's like homeboy who scribbled his name, him and his girlfriend name on a Coliseum, and then had the mentality of saying he's a white guy. He didn't know the Coliseum was considered like an ancient artifact. I think he should just be in jail for that. You know what I mean? Just for that comment alone. Like, ignorance is not implicit of what is. Now, I don't know how you don't know the Colosseum is considered an ancient artifact of the world, but that's fine. He's from some country over there. They might not have taught that in school. I'm remiss. But anyway, he still got for even just vandalism, right? That's basic vandalism. Not to travel any place and write on people's monasteries and temples and walls and etc. That's just human decency law. So yeah, he gotta go. He gotta go sit there, get that fine, possibly banned from there, whatever else they choose to decide to do with him to make an example, because you just don't graffiti your name and your lady's name or anybody's wall, any place you visit. That's as real as it get, right? So there's going to be penalties for certain you feel hyper entitled actions wherever you go. Yeah, that's it. So this is the Monday jump off number 131. Oh, also, we're continuing for the month of July our 40 step back lunge challenge. So that's 20 step back lunges on each leg every day for the entire month of July. Follow me on Instagram at BEliteNYC or BElite Fitness. I'll come right up. You'll see the symbol. And 365 days of movement is the goal, and we will get through that goal. So I like to say this. Remember, you're the king and queen in your life. Put your best foot forward. Make the best steps. And I salute you. Keep rocking out, and I'll see you next week. Peace.